Next thing which we're going to talk about, this is will be a very short one. So this is a form input binding. So in form input binding, so we already know how the two-way binding works, right? So what input you give, the we use the what I say, the v model directive. Okay, so the two-way binding which you see, right? Whatever you write is whatever you get. But here, what I think is the real catch is knowing the new some new attributes, the true value and false value. So guys, what I've decided is I will try to show only the things which actually, even I thought that okay, this is something which I don't know from my basic knowledge. So if you also don't know, then give this video a thumbs up. So in form input binding, there is something called true value and false value. So let's say, let me just tell you what this false and true value is. So let's say currently we have the input which is of type checkbox, and we are giving the input of the checkbox. Okay, so by default this checkbox is not default even if we say yes, but if we say it true, it does, and if I try to make it false, it goes off. But let's say we have a custom value, right? So let's say I say that okay, on yes it should basically check it. So we can define it with that is nothing but the true value, and you can tell okay, if it is yes, then you can make it checked, and if it is false, you can make it, yeah, you got it correct. So uh so yeah, this is what it does. And if I write something else, it will by default it will go back to false, and if I don't know, that's it. Okay, so this is what it does. Next thing which I want to talk about is in form input binding, guys, there are multiple. So there are, like same goes with multi-line text also, you can use it. Okay, and then in radio also. So in radio also, like you give the v model, and this v model like we have sent the value, and this v model can be the check it can be the boolean one. And if I click on the select has a list of options, and by default you can set the disabled also. And yeah, so here's some let's see if there's a catch in this. Does not have any magic option, the select will render the unselected area. Okay, so it doesn't matter to us. So we have talked in the main one, that is value binding. In the modifiers, now let's talk about the lazy one which I wanted to talk. So in lazy, this was also something which I got to know very lately. So let's say we have this v model, right? So whatever you type is whatever you get. But let's say this event is happening when this is on input event, at the rate input event. Okay, but let's say we want to, like if we put it to lazy, now what happens is, and just imagine if now whatever I change, it doesn't it's not reflecting, but as soon as I click somewhere outside, the change gets added. So this will be really helpful, like let's say whenever you are using an API hit. Okay, like whenever the user enters a key, so you can use the dot lazy for it. This is a very good instance. Okay, so this is where we came to lazy, and then we have the dot number. So usually whatever the user inputs here, it like whatever it might be, it will give in string, but if you want it number, you can use the dot number. And then we have dot trim, so it will remove the spaces. So yeah, that's about it for this. See you in the next one.